Hey, it's Robin here, GreenSmoothieGirl.com, and today I'm talking to you a little bit about one of my very favorite foods, which is flax. Flax has been studied very extensively in recent years because it's one of the best sources, probably the best source of omega-3 fatty acids. Really hard to get omega-3 fatty acids in your diet. And Americans have like 10-to-1 ratios up to 25-to-1 ratios of omega-6s to omega-3s. And we really need a 1-to-1 ratio, or at the most a 4-to-1. The reason we get so many omega-6s is because we're eating bad fats. A lot of those refined fats have tons of omega-6. How do we reverse that balance? Well, flaxseed is a great way to do it. These little tiny seeds are maybe the power food in the whole world. I mean, really probably the most nutritious food in the world. In addition to being almost 20% protein and having tons and tons of fiber, flax has a compound called lignans that are just starting to be studied in the last few years. The American Cancer Institute says that flax has 27 different anti-cancer compounds in it, which is phenomenal. These lignans convert to a phytoestrogen. If you're high in estrogen, ladies, if you're low in estrogen, either way, it has a tendency to balance you hormonally, balance out your estrogen. It's very anti-cancer, particularly anti-breast cancer, anti-colon cancer, because flax has an inhibition factor. It inhibits tumor growth. One of the most powerful anti-cancer foods there is. It has 75 times more of these lignans, these new compounds that have been isolated, than any other food on the planet. 75 to 800 times more. So it's a great food, and I'm going to show you my favorite way to get flax in the diet. Okay, Dennis. Oh, never mind. I think I need a half-cup measuring cup over there. We're going to start soaking some flax seeds along with sunflower seeds to make flax crackers. Now, I just put out a new, just toss it to me. I just put out a new recipe collection. It's got 15 different ways to use your dehydrator to get live, sprouted, incredible nutrition in form of crispy snacks or crunchy snacks. This dehydrator right here is not a particularly cheap one. I got the one with 8 different levels in it. I've heard you can get one at Walmart for about $40. Probably doesn't have 8 levels. The Excalibur is kind of the Cadillac of dehydrators, and it has 9 levels. What you want to get is make sure that whatever dehydrator you get has temperature gauge. You don't want to cook anything in your dehydrator above 115 degrees. I like to set mine at about 105. Now, why is that? Above 115, 116 degrees, you're killing enzymes. And what we're going to produce today is a very enzyme-rich food. If you read my site, GreenSmoothieGirl.com, you know that I believe a lack of enzymes is the #1 issue or problem in the American diet. So that's why we love using a dehydrator, is that you can make things that are crunchy and crispy and that kind of feel cooked to you without killing the enzymes and vitamin and mineral content. Okay, so let's get to it. Oh, another thing is, if anybody's struggling with mood disorders like depression, the first thing I tell them to do is start using whole flax seed, like we're going to do today, or flax oil. It has a tendency to regulate mood. And if you're eating some of these flax crackers every day, you may see a dramatic difference. Okay, we're going to put some brown flax, regular flax, in a bowl. And along with that, I really like golden flax as well. It has a really nutty flavor. It's a younger flax. It's not quite as high in fiber, but it's higher in those oils, which is one of the main reasons why we're eating flax to begin with, is because of those omega-3 oils. These are the essential fatty acids, omega-3 and 6, that our body cannot manufacture on its own. So we have to provide it through diet. I'm also going to put in some raw sunflower seeds. And to that, I'm going to add 5 cups of filtered water. Now, we have to let this sit for several hours. One interesting thing about flax is it's very mucilaginous. Okay, that means it is sort of gelatinous. It's very absorptive. It's sticky when you add water to it. Okay, so this needs to sit for about 4 hours. I'm going to put this aside, and 4 hours ago I made the same exact thing, and this is what has happened after 4 hours. See how sticky that is. Okay, now stir it after you put the water in it, because it's harder to stir once it's all sticky like this. Okay, what we're going to do now, you know I'm never going to make a recipe that doesn't use the blend tech, right? I'm going to put 2 stalks of celery, 4 tomatoes, some namashoyu, which is an unpasteurized soy sauce. A lot better for you than soy sauce. No salt is added. It's going to add a really nice flavor to the crackers. I'm going to put in some chili powder. Some salt. You're going to notice that when I do these demos, I'm not measuring very well, and that is how I cook. But I guarantee you that my recipes are very, very tested for the exact amounts that they should be. By the way, this is not in my basic recipe collection. This is going to be in that new dehydrator recipe collection. It's also, if you're in my 12-step program, you'll get all of these recipes. I have 5 different flax cracker recipes, and I think that's chapter 8. Now, we want 4 cloves of garlic. I like to buy this big garlic thing because tons of my recipes call for garlic, which is so good for you, so good for your immune system. And I don't like to mess around with the little cloves of garlic, so I just get this. I think I got it at Walmart. And 1 teaspoon is the equivalent of 1 clove of garlic. And then I'm just going to whiz this up. This is the Blend Tech, my favorite blender. You can read on my site 6 reasons why I think this is the best blender in the world. And you get my 12 steps and my recipe collection free when you get it on my site. Okay, now I'm going to put that in with the seeds, that whole mixture. And in advance, I've shredded 2 carrots. And I've very, very finely diced a red bell pepper. Just dice it as finely as you can, like this. Because they're going to dehydrate and they're going to give the crackers a really pretty color. And once you get that done, you're going to stir it up. And the way you put it in a dehydrator shelf is, your dehydrator comes with these Teflon sheets. And once you get this all mixed up, you're going to put it in the shelf and spread it about 1/4 inch thick all the way around. This will make about 4 shelves worth of crackers. And you're going to put it in your dehydrator. Let it go for about 16, 18 hours until it's really dry on the top. Then, it'll take about a total of 24 hours, but about 16 or 18 hours into the drying process, you're going to flip your crackers. So you take this, turn it over. See, this is what the dehydrator shelf looks like. Flip it over and just kind of peel that Teflon sheet off. And dry it for a few more hours. Okay? So that's what that looks like. This needs a couple more hours. Now here we have some crackers that are done. And I'm not too fancy with it. I didn't cut it into cracker shapes beforehand. You could do that. But I like to just break it. And then break it into pieces. Put them into a Ziploc bag. So Dennis, come over here and try these. They're really pretty. They have the little dehydrated carrots and red peppers in them. Tell me what you think.
That's a really good batch. These are really good. They're kind of like a little spicy vegetable taste. They're nutty. They're really good. I love these. They're excellent.
And you got to remember too that this is, oh, you can have it. You can have the whole thing. You gotta remember that this is a dehydrated food. You always want to drink a glass of water when you're drinking something that's dehydrated. Talk to you later.